Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we will check new release from Ebbro. Of course it's a 1/24 scale car, and as you can see this time it copies Citroen H, and it's actually pancake mobile. And as you can see it's written here, it's a nice yellow van on the box art. It's assembled model, it's not the picture. Here we have small logo of the Citroen that it was produced under the license from this car maker. And as you can see, box is not that big here. You can see comparison with my hand. On the side we have some information in Japanese, and here we have some information in English. So as you can see, we have short history why this is a pancake mobile and how it appeared in reality. That's a top opening box. And here is what we have inside. So yeah, all plastic parts are molded out of yellow plastic, yellow colored plastic, and that's quite let's say sad bit for professional modelers, because they will have to cover all parts with white primer, and it might be tricky if some piece of primer will fall out, then it will reveal yellow plastic underneath. But I think it was done as a small hint for the, let's say, paintless assembly, so you just assemble all plastic parts and don't paint them. Well, I really doubt that somebody will do it to this plastic, but anyway, we have what we have, and we're gonna start with those vinyl tires, of course. As you can see, parts look quite nice. There is no seam in the middle. On the sides there is no detailing, so no manufacturer logo or size of the tire, but still these are quite nice parts, and their quality is quite surprising. Next we have another separate plastic bag. I'm going to open it and we'll check what's there. I mean, that's transparent plastic bag, so we see what's there. There we have those chrome parts. I will zoom out a bit so that you can see them overall, and they look quite nice. I mean, for out of the box build that should be enough, but of course professionals will replace them. I mean, just strip them and repaint them with chrome paint, and the final decision will be up to you. I mean, I think those parts should look okay on the finished model, so I would use them in the build. Now I'm trying to figure out how to open the next plastic bag, because it is also closed on the paper clips and it's a bit tricky to open them. I'm still wondering when all manufacturers will start to use resealable plastic bags so that modelers can store plastic sprues back into the bags. Just close them and they're fine. Okay, so next plastic sprue is the first one molded out of yellow plastic. Here we have large panels for the main body, let's say, of this car. As you can see here, we have separate door. Molding quality is really nice. As you can see, attachment points are reduced to the possible minimum, so you have them only in several places. For example, here part is attached only on 3 points, and that's quite nice feature to have, because you won't have to deal with many points around the parts and accidentally damaging some parts. You just cut these few points and you are ready to go. Now again I'm opening next plastic bag. Here we have front cap segment. I mean, of course this cap is integrated with rear, but kit supplies it as a separate piece. Here you can see it as a one piece element, and I would say that's quite an interesting parts division design, because you won't have to waste your time while trying to align separate panels together. You just get one piece part, which should be upgraded with separately molded bonnet, and of course wheel arches are here, but doors are separate, so all those elements should be added, and you will have complete Citroen furgon. Now I'm opening next plastic bag. Here we have different clear elements, and again, give me a second to open it. As far as I can guess, there are no masks included into this kit, so you'll have to cut them with your own hands. But molding quality for transparent elements is really nice. I mean, you can see that everything looks fine, And again, I will repeat myself that the only thing which will, let's say, take some time is cutting masks, because that might be tricky for all those windows, especially if you remember that there is a chrome frame on each window, so you'll have to paint it somehow. Next we have another yellow sprue. This one is also dedicated to the rear compartment. Here we have roof and also rear section. Everything again is molded nicely. Note that roof is attached only on 4 attachment points. Here we don't have attachment points. Here 3, here only 2. And as far as you can see, manufacturer was trying to reduce them, to reduce the size of attachment point as well, so that it won't influence the part you will be separating. Now I'm opening next plastic bag. Actually, this car should be interesting for some diorama, especially if you consider that, for example, Masterbox released several interesting figurines in the same scale. It should be interesting to combine them together. Here you can see parts for the frontal section, separate doors as I said before, bonnet section is here, and as you can see, engine compartment should be quite simple as far as I can guess, but still we have one black sprue on the bottom, but I don't see any engine parts there, so don't expect detailed engine in this car, unless you install something from your side, maybe some scratch build alternative, or maybe some resin from aftermarket producer. Last yellow plastic sprue. Here we have wheel hubs or wheel rims. As you can see, they're molded separately and they're molded out of yellow plastic as well. Here we have some suspension parts, dashboard is here, and again molding quality is really nice, but note that even the headlamps cases are molded out of yellow plastic, so be ready to deal with it. And as I said before, on the bottom of the box we have black plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to some interior elements and base plate, as far as you can see. Now I am removing this one and only paper clip, and we will take a closer look. So here it is. As I said before, here we have 2 seats for the front cap, some internal pipings. This is a main frame which should be placed under the vehicle, and that's a, let's say, bottom plate for the rear section. Everything is molded nicely. I can even zoom in to those nice seats. Of course, they are given as a one-piece elements, and note that each is attached only on 2 attachment points, so it should be easy to separate them without damaging them. Next we have assembly manual. This one is printed in black and white, as you can see here. Also we have short history note, parts map. Assembly process starts with wheels, surprisingly. Then you assemble the main frame and engine, but the engine is only replicated the bottom part, so no top part, as you can see here. And then you attach different internal elements. So those brackets were actually not pipings but special stands for seats. And you continue with carrier, you attach the whole body, and then that's pretty much all. As you can see, there are 13 steps. Last step involves attachment of the frontal section. Actually here we have the 15th step, which is let's say last one. We have doors and side mirrors to be attached on those doors. Then we have marking guide, so that you know how to paint this Citroen. As you can see, it is printed in black and white, but I think it's not difficult to guess which color you will have to use, especially when you see all those yellow plastic parts. Now that sound of opening decal sheet. There are 3 decals, one metallic one. I'll start with the biggest decal sheet. Here it is. We have all necessary banners for the rear section of the vehicle. Next we have different number plates. That's quite surprising. I mean, you can replicate several versions of the Citroen. And last but not the least, as I said before, is this metallic sticker for the front emblem, which will be placed on radiator grille. And then we have PE thread, surprisingly. This one is dedicated to special leg rests, which are placed outside of the front cap. And then small vinyl polycaps, which should be used for wheels as far as I can guess. So as you can see, there are no masks included, and get ready to cut them, because otherwise it won't be easy to get a nice finish on your Citroen. So that's all for this video review. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, don't forget to check detailed photos and text in English and Russian here in the video description below. There should be a link for the review article, so just click it and read it. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can make more video reviews like this. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!